Well, I'm so pleased to be joined by Wesley Cassel, one of my new friends that I have met locally in the area, who is from the Somerville area in South Carolina, which is just a suburb of Charleston. Wesley, thank you for being with us on 24 Hours Nothing But Net.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so proud of all that you have accomplished. We met at the Mayor's Committee in Somerville for employment for people with disability. And I got to be the speaker there, and you won an award. Tell me about the award you won.
So I had won one of the marriage committee awards, and essentially we had to submit like an essay for that, going through like what our goals were and how we wanted to help impact the community and help around the community. And it was just an awesome thing to be a part of.
Wesley, you're a person living with a disability. Tell us what your disability is and what your challenges are.
So I have cerebral palsy, which essentially it limits a lot of my muscle movement and makes it to where like my hands don't want to like straighten out all the way, and locomotion and moving around like walking is really difficult. Um, a lot of the biggest challenges are for me are getting around, getting places. But once I get to where I'm going, I'm like this, just full of energy and just like having fun. But it's just getting places and just like certain little things like reaching places or carrying books and stuff.
Mhm,
But that's the main challenges, and then surgeries, which I've had a lot of. I
mhm.
think it's 10 surgeries now. So
Wow. Well, there was a room full of young people similar to yourself that had won some awards, but you caught my eye. You had a unique, special quality about you because of that big, huge smile on your face that I saw the whole time we were at the event. Tell me what your essay was about and why you think they selected you.
um, I think I think part of the reason they selected me was just like that's an interesting question. I think it has to do a lot with my positivity and just like my
Mhm.
overwhelming like want to just be like there for like my between my perseverance and my ability to like no matter what I'm always like I'll go at a challenge. I'm always ready to like I won't let something keep me down for very long. And I think that just like that kind of energy like translated through the paper very well, because that's a lot what I wrote about was like if I have a challenge, I'm just gonna go through it. I'm gonna work through it, and I'm gonna have a smile while I do it.
I believe that 100%. And having met your parents, I know how much your mom and dad have helped you and how much they've also pushed you. There's a tough love that's involved here, right? Tell me what that's like.
I owe pretty much everything to my parents. They've been there for me since the moment I was born, and they're actually the reason I walk. Because when I was born, I was told a lot of the doctors said that I would never walk. And my parents were like, "We're gonna try everything to help this boy walk." And so they would, funnily enough, they'd stand me up in front of SpongeBob. They would stand me up, and then they would let go, and then try and like get me to stand by doing that. And eventually went from me like falling and they have to catch me to me standing for a few seconds to me actually just standing, being able to completely stand and then taking a few steps. And eventually we got it to where I got a walker, and now I just need a cane for like distance stuff. And then at home I don't use anything. I just
Yes, I believe that day is coming. I saw you with your cane and you were doing quite well, exceptionally well, navigating a huge room full of people. So I thought you did really well. So I know that's coming. Sport is part of what this fundraiser is all about, Special Olympics and sport and getting people active and keeping them engaged through sport. How do you use sport to stay engaged?
So actually, I recently started a golfing. There's a community in South Carolina. They do like it's like golf for heroes. They do veterans and then they do disabled people. And I've been doing that. I started that recently. I love it so much. It's so much fun. And then
Well, I promise I'm going to play golf with you sometime because I love to
yes,
play golf.
yes. And then the other thing I like to do is I love to fish. That's just something that I just love doing, and uh, it's always funny because me and my brother is like the king of fishing in the household for some reason. He'll literally like he'll get on a boat and it'll like he'll get boat sick and then like turn right around and catch like all the fish. It's hilarious. He's like the king of fish.
You don't get boat sick, do you?
No, I don't. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like immune to the sickness. It's funny.
So Wesley, one of the things that I learned about you during the event that we were at for the Mayor's Committee on Employment for People with Disabilities is that you've got lots of big plans. Tell us
Yeah.
what your plans are.
So right now my plans are to finish off getting a bachelor's in applied computing with a cybersecurity concentration, and after that, try and get working on getting some certifications so that I can eventually work in cybersecurity. Um, and then in my free time, uh, develop my hobby of animating, which
Mhm.
I post YouTube videos on. And that's just like my little hobby that I love to do. And then we're trying to get like internships while we're in school for things involving cybersecurity and stuff, so I can get like experience and develop my skills.
Why cybersecurity? What's the interest there?
Well, a big thing is one, I love being on the computer. I'm on the computer a lot of my time, and it's just like my brain is one of my strongest assets. So it's just like it's one of those things that help highlight that. And the other thing is the ability to work remote is really important for me because a big thing is with my disability challenge wise was getting places and like locomotion. So that helps remove a lot of that and minimalizes
Mhm.
it so I can just focus on working and like my brain. You know.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
I can
remarkable.
also it allows me to help people keep people safe and their information safe.
That's awesome. We definitely all need that. Tell us what your YouTube channel is so maybe people can tune in and check it out.
Of course, my YouTube channel is Westosaurus Rex. Um, I will spell that. It's WESASAURUS space Rex. It has like a four-eyed dinosaur on it. I also have an Instagram and a Facebook. That Facebook is Wesley Cassel's Adventures. That's um, Wesley Wesley Cassel Cassel, and then Adventures. And then I have an Instagram that I think is just Wesley Cassel.
Well, I thank you so much, Wesley, for being with us this morning and helping us raise some money for Special Olympics. You know how
Thank
important it is.
thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we'll figure out when that golf date's going to be, but I promise you, we're going to play some golf.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Wesley.
Thank you.